Here is a brief overview of VirtualDoseCT, a flexible, accurate solution to generating patient organ dose for computed tomography. After successful login, the main web-based interface will be displayed. There are several input parameters that are entered from the main interface. Note that if you place the mouse on top of the parameters, a brief explanation will pop up on the screen. On the default screen, there are two modes of entering the scanner output information: CTDI vol, which is the default mode, and scanner selection mode. Both modes have a number of common elements with some differences. It is generally best to enter the values from left to right and top to bottom, since some drop-down menus depend on previous choices. A user must first select a virtual patient best representing an individual being scanned. The phantom can be selected directly from the patient phantoms drop-down list. VirtualDose has 25 virtual patients in total, including 50th percentile adults, pediatric patients of both male and female at different ages, pregnant females at 3 gestational stages, and a set of obese male and female patients. A user can also enter patient biometric information manually by clicking on the magnifying glass, which will reveal inputs for patients' sex, age, height, and weight. The next step is to choose a scan protocol for the selected virtual patient from the Scan Protocol drop-down list. VirtualDose provides 11 predefined protocols, including head, neck, chest, heart, etc. for the users to choose. When selected, the relevant scan range will then show above the virtual patient with the red color highlight. Any scan range can be selected manually by using the mouse to drag the green-colored sliders to specify the scan range on the virtual patient. The cross-sections are provided to help the user to better define the start and end point of the scan. In CTDI volume entry mode, there are two types of bow tie filters: head and body. One can choose the bow tie filter automatically based on the selected protocol, with the head filter used for head and neck protocols and body filters for other protocols. The user can override the automatic selection. Take particular care with pediatric protocols that are established using the head bow tie filter. KVP and collimation are entered into the text field provided. Beam collimation is the physical beam width at the patient, not the logical slice thickness. The CTDI vol field is used to enter the scan CTDI vol for the scan range selected. In scanner selection mode, after specifying the scan range, user must select the CT scanner. First, select a CT manufacturer from the drop-down list. Manufacturers like GE, Siemens, Philips, Toshiba, etc. are included in the list already. Then choose the model of the CT scanner of the selected manufacturer from the scanner name drop-down list. If the scanner model is unknown, there's an option to select a generic scanner. The bow tie filter radio buttons operate the same as they do in CTDI vol entry mode. Beam collimation and KVP are selected from drop-down lists. After the scanner is chosen, this drop-down list will update automatically based on the available options for the chosen scanner. Enter the value for the milliamp seconds per rotation in the scan. When the tube current modulation option is selected, this should be the average mass per rotation for the entire scan. When tube current modulation is not in use, this will be a constant value. CTDIW, or weighted CTDI, represents the scanner output. The value of pitch can be acquired from the scanner console or CT DICOM files. There are some further selections in either mode. For tube current modulation, select Yes to approximate behavior of tube current modulation on the CT system. When selected, the values of MS and CTDIW below will be taken to be the average of the scan instead of constant values. Two sets of tissue weighting factors, ICRP 103 and ICRP 60, are available based on the selection. The appropriate methodology for calculating the displayed remainder dose and effective dose will be used. If the user needs to consider Z over scan length, select Yes and input the length of the overscan region in millimeters for the superior and inferior ends of the scan. After entering all required parameters, the user can calculate CT dose. Click on the Calculate Dose button, and the results will be immediately plotted and tabulated. In the third section of the main user interface, the calculated data may be saved to a PDF report form by selecting the Create PDF Report button. This will generate a report form with the recording of the parameters used for the calculation, a schematic of the patient phantom and the scan range, and the list of the organ dose results.